Good morning, everyone. I'm Dochitoma, PGT English at TCB School, Suja. The lesson that I'm going to take today is how to learn English. And the topic that we are going to do is integrating the language skills. So if we look at this topic, we have this word, integrating. What does integrate mean? Integrate means combine something or to treat something as a whole, not separate something from the other. And then the next word is language. Okay. So what is a language? That is very important for us to understand before we try to develop it, before we try to learn it. Okay, so the one definition of a language is the method of human communication, either spoken or written, consisting of the use of words in a structured and conventional way. Another definition is the system of communication used by a particular community or a country. So if we look at both of these definitions, we notice that there is a common word, communication. What does communication mean? What happens in a communication? Communication means transferring knowledge from one medium to the other. So there is a transfer. Same happens with learning. Learning only takes place if there is a transfer of information, of knowledge from one medium to the other or from one person to the other. So if we look at this word, how do we communicate? Or what does it mean to communicate? So to communicate means to express our thoughts and feelings, to share our ideas, information and news, to interact with others in a meaningful way. So if we look at all of these three, we notice that there is a transfer of information from one to the other. To do all of the above through all four language skills. So what we observe is language learning will only take place if we treat all the four skills of the language together as a whole in integration. We cannot learn a language just by reading. We cannot learn a language just by listening or writing. What we need to do is integrate them, combine them, and then only language learning will take place. Next question is, what are the four skills of a language? We all know that there are four skills of language, which are listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Nowadays, people even say thinking is the fifth skill of language learning. Okay, so if we want to learn a language, if we want to learn English, it is important for us to integrate, combine all these four together. Then only we will learn a language well. Otherwise, just by reading, we cannot learn a holistic language or holistic English. Okay, next, what I'll discuss is how to integrate or how to combine these four skills for a productive English learning. Okay, so these four skills of a language or English are again further grouped into two. The first group is called receptive skills or input skills. So the word itself explains that these are the skills through which we try to collect information, gather information. Now, what are these two skills? The first is listening. So when we listen, we are trying to collect information, we are trying to gather information, which is like a water tank, which collects information, water. And the second is reading. Reading is also a receptive skill. Because again, when we read, we are trying to collect or gather information. So if we read or listen alone, then learning is again not going to take place. Because if you put water in the tank and keep it there, then the water does not have any use. It does not serve the purpose. The water has to come out of the tank for us to use it properly. So that means there is another group of skills. And what is that? That is the productive skills or the output skills. What are the productive skills? The first is speaking. The second is writing. So these are the two skills through which we bring out or share our information with others. So that means for language to learn properly, for us to learn a language properly, we need to combine all these skills together, or 2 or 3 of these together, so that we can properly learn our language. So next, what we will discuss is how to integrate them, how to combine them for a better learning of English or any other language. Okay? So the simplest way of integrating the 4 skills is integrating them or combining them in the same medium. For example, here, oral medium. We have 2 oral mediums, that is listening and the speaking, where we use sounds. So if we combine listening and speaking, it is very easy. And then we have the second medium, that is the written medium, in which we use symbols, signs, reading and writing. If we combine these, again, it becomes easy. But that doesn't mean that that is the end of everything. We can combine listening with writing, reading with speaking as well. So what I mean is there should be an input as well as an output for a better learning of the language. Now, in the next, I would like to share few activities or few simple, you can say, tips for the parents to help their children in the present situation to develop or learn English, with few examples. The first example is listen to a song and sing along with it. Watch a video clip and narrate it to your siblings or parents. So your siblings and parents are readily available resources which we usually have in a classroom situation. But you don't have it at home now, but you can use your siblings and parents as your peers for learning. Okay. Next is listen to a news and share it with your siblings or parents. Then we have for written medium, read a quotation and write your thoughts and feelings about it. Read a short story and write about the portion that you liked the most or the chapter you liked or disliked. Read an advertisement and write what you attracted. Read an advertisement and write what attracted you the most. Or there are many other ways of doing these activities at home. I hope this will help both the students as well as the parents in trying to develop their English. In the next lesson, I will be taking up a poem from class 12, English textbook Flamingo. Thank you and have a good day.